I'll do anything just to put a smile on it. Hey everybody, Greco Fabulous here, and today I'm finally going to show you what I picked up at last year's Boston Comic Con. Yes, all the way back in August of 2016, when I spit in the face of all my subscribers and stopped making YouTube videos. I'm kind of like the Michael Jordan of YouTube, I quit when I'm on top. But now that the well is dry again, I'm extra motivated to shove more YouTube ads down your throat. Don't pretend like this was anything more. You knew exactly what you were getting into. Oh, great, now you're crying. So let's start with my favorite part of any Comic-Con, Artist Alley. So this is where Frank Miller's autograph should have been, but that was before I found out it would cost $150 just to make eyes with the guy. So first I hit up cover artist Jenny Frison. Now I know her from Image's Revival series because it's one of like 5 books I've read. So I asked her to sign Revival Numero Uno and the Chew Revival crossover issue. So now I have both of these books signed by the entire creative team, Tim Seeley the writer and Mike Norton the interior artist. A couple years ago the Chew guys were in town and I completely forgot to bring that Revival Chew crossover issue. What a boner! Next I met artist Jay Lee and got him to sign Before Watchmen Ozymandias #1. I even asked him a question about the interior paneling just to pretend I knew what I was talking about. After that, I got to meet writer Marv Wolfman and had him sign a beat-up copy of Crisis on Infinite Earths #7, an insignificant issue where nothing happens. And the last signature that I chased down at Boston Comic Con was that of the late great Bernie Wrightson. According to my Ghostbusters The Ultimate Visual History book, Bernie played a pivotal role in designing some of the visual concepts of the Ghostbusters universe, including some of the most iconic scenes like the opening librarian scene, as well as the escapee scene when the containment unit is shut down. So now let's move away from signatures and head towards the latest craze that's sweeping the nation, original art. So I walked up to the aforementioned Mike Norton's table and asked him to do an on-demand sketch of one of those Revival spirit thingies. But like with all of my sketch requests, I like to combine it with something else that I'm interested in so that I make it uniquely mine. So I thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if that spirit was being caught by a Ghostbuster? And here's what he came away with. See, if Sheriff Cypress had called in the Ghostbusters, Revival would have been a mini-series. This came out exactly as I pictured it, and even though I only mentioned a trapper, he threw in a little Dancing Dan in there for me. 9x12 for 50 bucks? I'll take it. Next I paid a visit to Katie Cook because you can't pass up on her $10 mini watercolor sketches. She'll literally draw anything you want. So I threw a really obscure video game reference at her, and that would be Dark Force from the Phantasy Star series. This is just to hold me over until I can find the right artist to recreate this iconic scene. So if you know anybody, throw a name in the comments. So my big splash for this convention was on Chrissie Zullo. Now I didn't really know that much about her, but at the time I was really into underage girls, I mean Stranger Things, and saw this awesome sketch of 11 that she did online. So I was like, can I have cheeseburger too? So I ended up with this. Now admittedly, I was envisioning a more badass version of 11, but ain't nothing wrong with a little softer side. Alright, note to self, if I make a joke about underage girls, probably don't want to use the term softer side. Anyways, so as you can see, the colors really pop from the page, so I'm very happy with how this turned out. And if you flip it over, she's in the upside down! So for those of you keeping score at home, this was a 9x12 and ran me $80. So my last sketch from this convention ended up coming from artist David Lloyd. Now I don't remember the exact details, but it ended up being one of those tit-for-tat situations where you pay $10 for a sketch and you get access to his online site, or vice versa. Either way, he chose what he wanted to draw, but it was exactly who I wanted. V from V for Vendetta. And he did it all in crayon. So I don't like to spend too much money outside of Artist Alley because, you know, you're at a convention, you're going to pay premiums, whereas I come from a flea market mindset. But here are a few exceptions to the rule. I did buy this Boston Comic Con exclusive Harley Quinn edition. Was hoping to get it signed by Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti, but their lines were insane crazy, so that didn't happen. I did get my copy of Amazing Spider-Man number 300, the first appearance of Venom, graded by CBCS, and it came back at a 9.6, and I got my Todd McFarlane signature verified. And lastly, I picked up this Mega Man Pop as an impulse buy.
I gotta have my pops.
So anyways, that's it for my Boston Comic Con video. Definitely, absolutely not worth the wait. I mean, I'm bored filming it, so I can only imagine what it's going to be like for you guys. But anyways, I got it done. It's off my plate. I can finally go back to toys and stop pretending to be something I'm not. Let me be me.